You have been listening to Cosmos Astrum Radio, another project from the Moodoo 2 Effect. Thank you, and please spread the word.
just getting ready.
Hi, this is Paul from PMAD in Galway, Ireland. Thank you for listening to my music on the fantastic Cosmos Astrum Radio.
so that so-called musicians could arise in the morning with the assurance that somewhere on earth there was someone lower on the scale of human beings.
The word Mudu means knowledge. Let us join together without prejudice and an open mind. Welcome to the Mudu effect.
Well, we really didn't get a chance to do a mic check, so
Check 1, check 2. Oh, sounds pretty good.
yeah, we can be heard. I don't know if that's good or bad, but so welcome to another episode of the Meduto Effect. We really don't have a lot of topics tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We got music.
Well, first of all, been working downstairs.
Oh God, yeah.
Big shout out to Steve again for coming out and working like a crazy man.
I actually attempted to carry some 5-gallon buckets of dirt and concrete, and I got a few. I'm feeling it.
You did pretty good. I was a little worried, but
Yeah, no, Steve got way more than I did. But yeah, we're actually getting to the stage now. We're fixing to start running the electrical and the vents and the lights, and start cleaning the walls and painting. And
so if you're not familiar with our basement space, of course we live in a 100-year-old bank building. And so this building was built before there was, plumbing to the building. So back in the day, you had to have a cistern for water. The one that we have down here, I'm not too sure how many liters it would hold of water. But it was probably like one of the biggest cisterns in town. There was actually a line to the fire department at one time as well, if they needed emergency water. It is really a massive cistern, and we were quite shocked when we bought the building and we actually looked inside, and it was dry as a bone, and no cracks or caving in at all. So we thought, hey, it's just kind of a big blank space to use. So again, we're renovating it to be part of our space, our workspace down here, because we're kind of outgrowing that space again.
Well, we need it for production.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it'll give us a little bit more area to do what we do.
Yeah. So tonight is really no theme on the music. We're kind of featuring songs that have been recently added to rotation. So some are old, some are new, something shiny, something blue. Sorry. Anyway.
Just good music.
If you get a chance, check out cosmosastrumradio.ca. Our live feed is up on there. It's also up on YouTube for the moment. I don't know how much longer. They keep shutting it down. And, of course, there's a billion different ways to listen to us. So a huge shout-out to Nathan that came all the way out from Regina yesterday. Has listened to the radio station. Has also checked out Meduto Effect. Nathan was absolutely amazing, so looking forward to seeing him again.
Yeah, it's great because I did actually stop by Donna's at the Broom Closet, Jessup's General Store today. Dropped off some more candles. We sell the 7-Up candles there, the figure candles. We bumped into some friends, and I had mentioned that somebody had come out from Regina, and she does. She says, hey, if you want to go see where all this stuff is made and you want to see a unique place to be, head on out. So I think, too, if you make that short trip out here and realize how short of a drive it is, you realize that, you can come and actually take part in free classes. And, we're open. We're knowledgeable. If you need help or if we can't find it, we're going to help you look for it. So
that's the thing. And also we enjoyed that because we also learn in the process.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to kick off with, I think, A song that this world actually needs to be prescribed. Actually needs to be prescribed. So, this person needs no introduction. Enjoy. Oh, Bob Marley.
It's amazing. I actually had been to Jamaica. I went on the Bob Marley tour and got to see, where he lived and where his family's from. And it's a really cool place. And I mean, he is a god there, man. Like, he's a god, he's like the golden boy of Jamaica. And
yeah, man.
Yeah, he's people really talk like that there. It's great. I was actually approached in, do you want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
We were in a marketplace, and I had this guy come up, and he had like a huge head of dreadlocks, and he's kind of following me in the market. And so I'm kind of feeling a little weird because I realize that someone's kind of following me in the market, but whatever, I'm aware of it. And he comes up to me, he's like, he's looking at me, and he's, oh man, he's like, you are so beautiful. I said, okay, thanks. And he's like, you're just so beautiful. He's like, oh, right now I would just want you to be my girlfriend, and I would take you away. And he's like going on. I'm like, wait. I said, look around you. I said, you have the most beautiful women here. And really, they are, like, Jamaican women are absolutely gorgeous. Like, they do not leave the house unless they look perfect. Like, perfect hair, perfect nails. Their clothes are perfect. Everyone's wearing nylons, which is crazy in that heat, but they're used to it. I asked a lady down there, I said, why are you guys all dressed like so impeccably well? And I mean, I'm not saying that like, I'm saying it because it's just very noticeable. Like, you take extreme every Jamaican woman takes like extreme pride in their looks and their beauty, and they're always dressed perfectly with these perfect clothes. And she said, for one thing, most of us make our clothes because they don't have like the big malls and the big shops that we do here. And so they actually, most of them are, most women know how to sew, so they make their own clothes. And and of course, it's just part of their culture. So, me dressed the way I am right now would be kind of very disrespectful to be out in public. And, I'm on the internet right now, but, so anyway, I'm regressing. So anyway, this guy says to me, and he said, yes, but he's like, you're so beautiful because you're so natural. That's what he said to me.
But you are beautiful.
And I said, no. I said, are you saying that because like I haven't like, I think I was wearing like a sundress and I had like my hair up in a bun or something. And I'm like, I look like a pile of garbage because I'm like sweating like a crazy person and I look terrible. And I said, it's because I'm not wearing any makeup and because I don't have my hair all done and my clothes. And he's like, well, because you look so natural. And I'm like, I don't know if I should be offended or or what. But
you should have told him just take a picture. Speaking of which,
I guess
that's a perfect segue for our next song.
All right, let's do it.
I love Filter.
That's a great song. I kind of forgot about it too.
Yeah. We're referencing in Discord. If you want to join us in Discord, it's also on the website, cosmosastrumradio.ca. On the right-hand side, there's a Discord chat box.
Mm-hmm.
It's free to sign up and blah, 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 blah. You know, I know the short version.
So who's excited about spring? It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful outside. We're actually sitting here planning. We'd like to get food trucks out again. We had beaver tails out late summer, and that was a huge success.
I want to get live bands out here.
Yeah, just something like. But I know, like, definitely the food trucks was like a huge thing. It was funny because we approached a few food trucks, but some of them were like, "Well, you have to leave us a deposit, and you know, or pay for us to come out, or all this stuff." And I'm like, okay. And then when I contacted Beaver Tails, they're like, "Yeah, we'll be right out there."
Yeah, we're on our way.
They came out, and I'm think just from the amount of people that they had, and we kind of just calculated like minimal orders. They probably made over $2,000 in that day. So I mean, they worked for it hard because they were busy.
Yeah, and they weren't here for very long, actually.
No. So if there's any food trucks out there that, you know, people that are listening and think that coming out to a small town isn't worth it, I can guarantee you that you probably make more coming out here than you would, you know, set up downtown Regina. Yeah. Because people will, I mean, it's food.
Well, it's also more appreciative.
Absolutely.
So, I wanted to bring up one of these songs. I'm checking the time because I didn't pick a whole. This is another one of those last minute shows.
Everyone keeps saying that, like, you know, even with Dennis and the Boreal Ghost show, and he's like, you know, I don't have anything prepared, and it's last minute, and you know, Joe, you know, everyone's saying they're flying by the seat of their pants, but you know what? Sometimes those are like the very best shows.
The one that I was most proud of, my last minute, I mean, literally drove in, got out of the vehicle, didn't even get my coat off, had to kick off the server, get going on the 80 show, was the one that I had like Zebra and several others on that, because there was so many stories to tell with those. But unfortunately, due to the listener count, we've rolled it back to 1 hour and we've automated it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that live anymore. So there's some interesting stories on some of those, but I got to figure out some way to, because like I was lining up Mondays and I was like, oh man, that brings back this crazy story from, so it's just getting home.
Like I said, they need to have a Name That Tune night, and I'm going to take it to you because we're going to win it.
Well, I've got one at the Milestone Bar.
They have the Name That Tune?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought they only did karaoke.
No, they have a Name That Tune.
Oh gosh, we're going.
Oh, before I forget, we are going to be running some contests here soon. And it's going to be done the similar way. We have to do it the similar way. We have to make it a contest. And we do have a phone line right here. So, you know, for those that are watching on video, it's right here. And for those that are listening on the radio, there is a telephone number, which is 306-992-5551. And you'll hear the option for Cosmos Astrum Radio. And we are going to do call-ins for prizes.
Hooray.
They should be here next week. Yes, I ordered.
It's exciting.
Yeah, custom prizes. So keep a listen out for that. We're going to do that on the Moody 2 Effect. We're going to see how it goes because it is a late show. And if it goes well, we'll get some prizes over to Joe at the Thunder Cave and get some prizes over there to Jenny at Nocturne and you know, everybody with the Rainbow Pagan and Sinister Lux and Asylum. With the Asylum, though, we need something like surgical mask and rubber gloves. I don't know. We'll throw something in there. But
what's that tool that they do lobotomies with?
Yeah.
We'll get one of those.
It's called a COVID test.
Oh yes. we give each other self lobotomies all the time.
Yeah, it's the same.
Hey, they've trained us well now.
So Joe sent me some music and some. it's a group. It's considered 80s synthwave, but I don't know how I would classify them. I would definitely call them synthwave, and I really wouldn't go with the 80s feel, but my personal opinion. But I really am digging some of their music. So I was going to play one of their songs right here, which is Lost Boys, Night Affair, which is probably one of my favorite ones that was released. And we're going to help them out a little bit here, because we want to, what is it called? I forgot the name. Oh, horrible, horrible. Joe, if you're listening, post your name in Discord, please, and we'll listen to the song, and hopefully when we get back, he'll have it on there. I'm an idiot. I forgot the name.
You'll never grow old, Michael. And you'll never die. But you must be. Never thought that you would notice. You'll never grow old, Michael. Never thought that you would care. You'll never die. This transformation now controls us, even when we're not aware. You'll never die. You embrace this nightmare. Coming back around to the front of that dream. Can't you feel you there? Oh, we're on the move and don't stop. We are always choosing what you feel to what you feel now.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, it's great. It has a great beat, and I can hear like the synth wave kind of sound in the background, and great voice, and yeah.
Yeah, he said as soon as you went with the great beat, and yeah, it sounds great, and great to dance to. I just went right to that, what was that, American Bandstand?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was the review of every song.
Great beat.
It's great. It has a great beat, and it's great to dance to. That was literally every review of a song of a band. So, and by the way, that was "Martyr by Love." Did I say that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Raw. But yeah. Anyway, thank you, Joe, for sending that to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're looking for gigs and looking for promotions.
Mm-hmm.
So we might use them as our first guinea pig as a live stream band, but you got to buy tickets.
That'd be all right.
Yep. So one of the things we've changed on the format on the website is we took away the calendar and we put everything listed as an event. So that way, if we include bands or anything like that, we can actually tie it in with Eventbrite and sell tickets so that bands can raise money and get exposure a lot faster and without having to spend gas with these ridiculous gas prices that are going on.
Well, and too, like, I mean, some people are still comfortable with the whole COVID thing, and some people aren't. So it gives that option. And
real quick, speaking of new, this is a new release. Big Stir Records sent this out. Described one of the songs. I actually haven't even listened to it yet, so I apologize. But I'm pretty certain it's going to be a serious banger. But Big Stir released, sent out a notification, and I have them up on the website. Amoeba Teen, April 22nd is when this will be released, and we're hot off the presses. So, or however you want to word it.
I just love how our little community is growing, and how we have so many artists reaching out to us now, and wanting us to share the music, and yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, that and record labels contacting us for promotions. Yeah, it's been going really well. It's busy, very, very busy, and we're constantly. Well, I'm constantly behind. I uploaded close to 100 songs today that have been lingering for about 2 weeks. So.
And because we're growing, we're still looking for people who want to have a show.
Yes.
If you want to have a show, if you want your music to get heard, reviewed, please go to our beautiful website. It's www.cosmosastrumradio.ca. And there's links to how to get in contact with us for music, anywhere from presenting us with the music that you want us to play to being a broadcaster, and I encourage you to do that. Again, and we're also looking for advertisers. Fairly, soon we're going to actually have some advertisers start to advertisements start to run that we'll actually be producing ourselves, which is great because it keeps the cost down for the people that want to advertise, and it helps us out as well. Again, this is basically all volunteer at this point. It's all money out of our pocket, which we do because we love. But again, there's links to if you want to donate to us. And some people have said $2, cup of coffee, whatever. I mean, it's great. It all helps to go towards what we like to do and keep going. So
we're going to throw a song, New Material World by Amoeba Teen. And this is the one of the ones being released April 22nd from Big Stir Records.
We're on a getaway, drive to the ocean. We'll give it all away like refugees. Will you, won't you place your hand in mine? Forget about what our friends might try. I don't wanna lose myself in you. I don't wanna share it all with you. For adventures in the new material world. A misadventure in the new material world. We're 100 million miles from the sun. With 7 billion souls into one. You're the one. You're the one. You're the one. I don't wanna be myself with you. I don't wanna leave this place with you. For adventures in the new material world.
Well, I am a dork. I forgot to switch the video feed over. Give me 1 second.
It's okay. They can still hear us.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole purpose of radio. Okay, it's switching. So this
I went on a little excursion today.
Yes.
I have not been to the Centennial Market basically since COVID. So it's been a while and I feel really bad about it. Just because there's a lot of really great artisans and crafters. For those of you who might not know where the Centennial Market is, it's at the old Sears building in Regina. They transformed it into an indoor marketplace, and then also the Centennial Mall, which is attached. There's Valley Village in the mall, and then there's a few kind of iconic little shops in there, like a barber shop that's been there since I was a little girl, a smoke shop that's been there since I was a little girl, and also there's a new store that popped up during COVID, and it's called the Funky Gifter. They have the biggest selection of like pops that you could possibly imagine, like in the bottles, every single flavor that you could imagine. But they also, the guy that owns the place actually also drives down to the States and brings back things that we don't have here, which is really cool because again, like, you know, my expat husband and, you know, he misses some of these things. And so I was able to buy grits, which was cool. Grits are actually really hard to find in Regina. Like real grits, the old fashioned kind.
boiled peanuts.
A can of boiled peanuts. I saw this and I mean, it's funny because up here, you have no idea what boiled peanuts are, but I did try them down there and I love them. So I will try them out of the can. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, but I'll take your word for it. You also put ketchup on fish, so we're not going to go there. But I got that. I got some okra mixture. Oh, yeah, and Peeps. They had not just the yellow Peeps. Like, I've seen yellow Peeps everywhere, but they had, was it Dunkin' Donuts Peeps or something?
Oh, no, it's original donut shop coffee Peeps that taste like
Coffee Peeps.
And then you had hot tamale Peeps.
Hot tamale Peeps.
So, for all you peep haters, that's fine. It's more for me. But I was excited. And the hot tamale one is not spicy at all. And the coffee one, I don't know. I don't know if I like them. There's only 3 left. I'll let you know.
I didn't mind. I took a tiny little nibble of it. I'm not a sweet person. I don't like sweets, so
Peeps.
Yeah, but yeah, check it out. It's really cool. Again, local. We like to support people who are local. They do really well. They have a huge selection of diabetic products, sugar-free products, which is really cool to see. hey, there's a lot of people out there who can't eat sugar.
Sugar.
They have a lot of sugar-free products. They actually have a lot of keto products too, ones that you can't find here. They even had sugar-free icing for cakes and Pillsbury sugar-free cake mixes. And I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. It might be good. It might. Who knows?
I feel like I'm being cheated.
I did want to share a story too because it was just way too cute not to share it. But there was a store in the Centennial Market. We don't have a Build-A-Bear here. If you don't know what Build-A-Bear is, basically you go into this little store and you build a bear, a stuffed animal, and you can dress it and all this. So we saw the little
It's a
fluff.
golem.
It's a fluff machine. That's yeah. I will bring that into it. So there's like this fluff machine, and that's what caught our eye. And so we go in there, and the lady said you can pick out like basically the outside of your stuffed animal, and they have like sloths, and they had goats, and they had kittens, and dogs and everything, and unicorns. And I'm thinking, well, first of all, Hadley came and she saw the dragon, and I'm like, ooh, cool, she's gonna pick the dragon. And then I'm like, oh, are you sure you don't want like there's a kitty or a unicorn? Nope, she didn't see that. Then she gets her eye on this squirrel. And so I thought, well, that's pretty cute. And so she picks out the squirrel, and so we take it over and they stuff it with this machine, and she stuffs it in, and then you can pick a heart out, and she gets Hadley to hold the little heart in her hand, and she has to, she's basically, telling like you're putting your love into this, and basically, I know that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, what kind of witchcraft is this? I'm like, I am totally for this. This is great. And then she wanted to pick out a costume, and I'm thinking like, oh, this lady's like, oh, you can make it a cheerleader, or you can make it a princess or whatever. And Hadley's like, nope. She goes straight for, I'm going to hold him up. He's like stupid cute. So here's the squirrel. His little tail actually sticks up there. You can actually stick his tail up. But look, he's wearing digi camo. And she goes, that looks just like. So this little squirrel's wearing a little, for you who can't see the feed, this little squirrel's wearing a digi camo, basically officer's uniform, and with the hat and everything. And she said, I wanted to get this because it reminds me of Dad. And because Matt was in the Air Force, and he has some of his military uniforms were digi camo. And so she's like, I'm going to call him Mr. Peanut. And I'm like, okay, Mr. Peanut. And then I said, but I said, Daddy was a staff sergeant in the Air Force. So she said, okay, Staff Sergeant Peanut. So this is Staff Sergeant Peanut. I'm holding him up at the video, but if you don't see him, pretty damn cute. If you want to go, and it's not that expensive. I think it was like $20 or something, and you can build a bear, and it was a really fun project to do, like with anybody, actually. It was pretty special. She really enjoyed that. And again, support local. Go out there. They're kind of struggling at the market. It hasn't been that busy. And, I would encourage you to go down. There's some really unique things.
I'd like to try to do that. Go make one, but roll up a scroll, put it in my mouth, and do the whole
I think you'd be totally for that. The ladies that owned that little shop were like, you could tell like they were. I saw some of the other things that they made, like maybe into like witchcraft or stuff like that, which I thought was really cool.
Nice.
Oh, and they also had the mask, the plague doctor's masks.
Leather.
There is a guy at the Centennial Market that actually handcrafts leather, 100% leather, plague doctor masks. And they are $100, which is, to me, I think a huge steal. Like the amount of work that it takes to make these, they're very highly detailed. The leather work in general in that shop is just gorgeous. So again, go check it out. I highly recommend it.
So we're going to jump to another song real quick.
Okay.
We're going to play another Filter song, one that most people are familiar with. I mean, yeah. We won't go to the backstory. It's kind of dark. love that song. Whole entire backstory to that. Actually, most songs that Filter did when they wrote, well, as most musicians do, they write off of either emotions or personal accounts, different things like that. So, but Filter liked to share those stories quite a bit. So, wow. What
We
else?
posted the peeps in Discord and also Staff Sergeant Peanuts.
Yeah. So, if you want to check it out, hop in Discord. So tonight we have the next show is Rocky Horror Picture Show with audience participation.
Say
Yes.
it.
So, which comes on at midnight, and then after that we have the Rainbow Pagan at 3 o'clock, which I'm not sure if he's going to go on because he's not feeling very well.
Yeah.
So just keep a listen out. He may or may not be going on. He's been very sick. So, and after that we have Sinister Lux at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And then on Monday we have 1 hour, reminding again, 1 hour of pre-automated 80s music that comes on at 6 o'clock. And then Thursdays we have Boreal Ghost at 9 o'clock. And
I'm still really digging that new song.
oh yes. This is actually the first night we don't have it in rotation with us. We've been playing it all the time, and it's in rotation. So
Yep.
And then on Friday nights, got the Thunder Cave. The Thunder Cave.
Yeah, Joe's been bringing some people on air, and that's always fun.
Yeah, and that starts at our brain fart 10.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay. Woo. It's the meds. Don't hold it against me. And
It's also been a long week, and
Yes,
it was
it
busy
has.
today, so yeah.
And then we cycle back around to Saturdays with Nocturne at 3 o'clock. And the Asylum at 7 o'clock.
7 to 9.
Wow,
Yeah.
7 to 9.
And then we're back here at 10.
Yeah. So, we're hopefully this weekend. Well, actually, no, it's next week. I'll be chatting with another person locally about a morning show. And, one of the things I did not want was one of these morning shows where they're so hyper and happy and what a beautiful day. Come on, I want a real morning show.
Yeah.
I want the coffee spilling. I want the, I'm going to play a song because I can still sleep.
She is a mom of 3, and one of which is, I think he's 2. And, yeah, I mean, there might be, little 2-year-old guy in the background.
But that's real world, and that's what we want.
Exactly. I think that's the coolest thing.
So, but anyway, she wants to do a morning show, so we're going to probably look at doing that. And I've always said I've always wanted one, but that's an awful early morning for anybody.
But Steph says she's up anyway, and she wants to do it, so
I'm
hey.
up at 4 o'clock in the morning, too, but that doesn't mean I want to do a morning show. That's what time
That's just ungodly. It's just not.
I have to get
That's
up.
still night.
That's
That's not morning.
But I have to get up at 4 for work. And no, it sucks. So that's why a lot of times I end up missing the late night shows. 'Cause I have to go to bed so early. But we still have to do these manual feeds, the video feeds. So Allison's been stepping in and helping out with that. She's been doing great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Getting away from your fear of the mixer board and technology and
Well, I don't have to touch the mixer board with that, so I'm good. It's just like mouse click, drop, mouse click, drop. I can handle that. I'm good. It's baby steps at this point.
We're thinking about moving the broadcasting to a different location in the building, and that way we can have more meetings and more groups come in and different things like that. So it'll be exciting if we.
Well, I joked because I said, we have this absolutely gorgeous building, 5,000 square foot building. Yeah, you're tucked away in this little hole in the basement.
yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah,
It seems silly to not utilize that space and enjoy it.
yeah. So we're thinking about moving the library to the main floor area, and
It'd be nice for summer too, like just
I
kind of
think-
in an open area. And
I think it would be great. Put a little coffee table out there, some chairs. It'd be more inviting to sit down and read.
Mhm.
And then change the library to that area to a broadcasting studio.
Mhm.
You never know, I might actually get back to writing music.
That would be amazing.
I doubt it. I don't have time, but you know.
I was just gonna say, when are you gonna do that? But hey, you know what? I never question you anymore because you always seem to find time to do so many things. So
I'm just replying to Joe, and he has summed up a morning show, and I'm going to say it since we're after 10 o'clock. Good morning, fuck you, die. Here's a song, eat shit.
it's too goddamn early to be up.
So what time we got? 10:52. I wanted to play another one by the classic Bob Marley. So, is this love or Get Up, Stand Up?
Get up, stand up.
Okay. So we're gonna close out tonight with some Bob Marley. Get this locked into your head. And thank you for listening.
Mhm.
Much love to you all. Allison did the blowing kisses for the video feed. And until next time, and if you can stay up, listen to Rocky Horror Picture Show. Just do it once. Just do it once.
At least the first half. Like I always said to Matt, after the intermission, I feel like that whole musical just falls apart. That is my honest opinion. It's like the first part was like written masterfully, and then it was just like, oh yeah, it's not over. Let's just write something else and throw some music in there. And every song in the first half is iconic. After the intermission, it just falls apart, and I found it boring, and I don't care for the second half.
Well, you know, I did forget about one broadcast, which is Loki's Laughs.
Mm-hmm.
We had some new shows that were coming, and but I think they fell through the cracks. But either way,
I'm still hopeful.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, and 2 classes, paranormal classes. We're going to be scheduling those again soon.
We're going through a revamp on the website. So.
Yeah. So just hold on tight. I know we've had a few people want to pre-register, which is great. You can do that at www.madutu.ca. The calendar's there. You can pre-register because the class does fill up. Yeah. And, you know, now that people are kind of getting the word out that we're kind of doing a mini investigation with the class, that's really been, people really want to do that.
Well, we've already had registrations. We don't have it posted yet.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're interested in doing it, like, you know, get your SHIT together and sign up. And
what's the difference between saying it and spelling
it?
And
2, are you going to be doing the Angels and Demons lecture again? Because
yes.
I've had a few people ask about that as well.
Yeah, that's coming up. They're all going to be put in on the calendar.
Okay. Sounds good.
And of course, we got the group ritual thing, you know, for the solitaires. And
oh, yes, that's really important. I definitely encourage you. You know, there are a lot of solitary practitioners out there. This is a really nice chance to get together and meet people and, you know, even do a ritual but not be kind of held down by a certain set of rules or beliefs. And
yeah, we're going to explore different paths and do it all different ways. And so just to get the exposure. It doesn't mean you have to agree. Just take what you want from it. But we're going to close out. Much love to you all. Be safe. And until next time, I got the hiccups.
It's the peeps.
The peeps.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand
give up the fight. Preacher man, don't tell me heaven is under the earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth. Isn't all that glitter is gold? Half the story had never been told. So now you see the light. Hey, stand up for your right. Come on, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Most people think great God will come from the sky, take away everything and make everybody feel high. But if you know what life is worth, you would look for yours on earth. And now when you see the light, you stand up for your rights. Yeah. Get up, stand up. Yeah, yeah. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Life is your right. Get up, stand up. So we can't give up the fight. Stand up for your right. Lord, Lord. Get up, stand up. Keep us traveling on. Don't give up the fight. Yeah.
We're sick and tired of your ism, schism, game, dine and go to heaven in Jesus' name, Lord. We know and we understand Almighty God is a living man. You can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So now we see the light. We gonna stand up for our rights.
Yeah.
So you better
Get up, stand up.
In the
Don't
morning.
give it up.
Stand up for your right.
Stand up right now.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Don't give it up. Don't give it up.
Get up, stand up.
Get up, stand up.
Stand up for your right.
Get up, stand up.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Get up, stand up.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.